All right. So every time when I start this live, I'm also waiting for the video on my cell phone. So I'm checking the live here. So I press the button and it starts, but I still have the delay, maybe like 20 seconds.
Hey folks, I want to show you something.
So now,
This is
yeah,
my Mac
now
after
it
I
started.
first cleaned my Mac. Looks like
Whew. All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone who is joining me. Every time when I have these lives, yeah, being honest, I nervous a bit because I feel some responsibility, and it's still hard for me to communicate, to share exactly everything what I want. I mean, to translate it and to express my opinions like 100%. So yeah, but it's okay. Hello, Susan. Hello, Kath. Hello, Lisa, Janrai, MD, Cyprian, Arvid. Arvid, by the way, thanks a lot. Yeah, for the bananas on Buy Me a Coffee page. Hello, Ricky. Hello, guys. 50 people. 50 people are here. So, hello, Julian. Hello, Black Owl. I'm really glad to see you on my channel again. Yeah, I'm sorry that I do not have as many videos as I have before, because there are not so many things to film. I mean, some good things to film, to share, like some trips. So usually I film some updates from our life, but yeah, unfortunately there are not so many good things. Whew. Hello, Rick. Hello, Dina. Yeah, Dina, we used your solar lights recently. Yeah, they are great. Thanks a lot for sending them. Hello, Romantics, Finlay, Jamila, Black Owl. I was born in Vasilkiv, Kyiv Oblast, live in Israel, hoping for peace soon. My man, of course I know Vasilkiv, and I've been to Vasilkiv like 1,000 times, because my dad, he also was born near to Vasilkiv. So my dad, he's coming from that like rayon. Yeah, you know this word. Alisa, thanks a lot for your super chat. We wish you and your family all good things. Thank you for your live stream. Thanks a lot, Alisa. I appreciate it. And by the way, yeah, recently there was a Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving Day to everyone. I hope that you had really good celebrations with your family. Let's celebrate their 10th super on live stream. So Alisa, is probably your 10th super chat. Can I have the contact of the company Make the Well in your country house, please? Sandra, you can write on my email. My email is Pablo from Ukraine, gmail.com, and I can send you the mobile number of that guy's. I'm glad the lights were useful. Yeah, they're really useful, and yeah, like even though it's winter, oh, it's a bit lagging. Yeah. Even though it's winter, they still are lighting. 122 people and only 21 likes. Guys, please hit the like button. Yeah, let's support my live. Maybe some more people will come and listen to me. I was a volunteer teacher for 2 years in Ackerman, close to Zatoka. Alisa, of course, I know Ackerman, and I've been to Zatoka maybe like 8 or 9 times. Like our Zatoka is our Ukrainian beach resort next to the Black Sea. And yeah, after the Crimea was next, we started to visit Zatoka with my friends. And before that, I've never been to Zatoka, and on 2013 probably was my first trip to Zatoka. And I also have some videos on my channel from Zatoka and from Kurortny city. Like this is also the resort place in Ukraine with beautiful sea coast, with beautiful sea. Peter Fitz make it 22. What do you mean 22? What is 22? Drop frames almost 100. Yeah, so probably this live is lagging a bit, but yeah, let me check it one more time. Lagging a bit, but yeah, let me check it. Oh, yeah. It looks good. All right. So, how are your mom and dad? They are good. Like you said, you had only 21. 21 of what? Ah, you mean 21 people. Yeah. My parents, they are good. Yeah. Like, actually, nothing new, nothing like, no positive news, just some negative news. Yeah, as always, like, nothing changed in a good way, unfortunately. So, yeah, we have a lot of updates. Yeah, and as you have seen on my picture, so the first one is new taxes, then Trump's peace envoy, then power outage. Yeah, so some people write to me and asking me like, Pablo, what's the like, how the electricity, do you have it, are there any issues still? Yeah, so we still have power outage, we still have these schedules, we still have lack of electricity, and it's just the beginning because yeah, it's only the first day of the winter. So yeah, by the way, it's 1st of September and the first day of the winter, and it means that cold and freezing days. It's already -2, -3 during daytime, in the evening, like at night, and yeah, we even now we have lack of electricity. So I don't know what will happen when we'll have like -20, and what will be when Russia hits some new like energy facilities, because they most likely will do that. Yeah, so I ordered the inverter, like this small inverter to use car battery and receive 220 volts. Yeah, and yeah, but it's still. Paula, my daughter is in Kyiv. She was telling me that they are having blackouts. Yeah, Jamila. Jamila, yeah, like the whole Ukraine, probably the whole Ukraine, like have these blackouts. They are not constant, like it's not 24 hours. Usually it's like two hours off, 4 hours off during night. It can be like 5 6 hours. On the first day when it, not on the first day, like 4 days ago, it was like almost 12 hours. So it started on 4 p.m. and we got power back on 4 a.m. So like in the morning. So yeah, as for electricity, again, you know, guys, it's not new. Like we've been encountering this issue for second winter. So yeah, some of our people, they well prepared for these blackouts. Some people like bought generators, batteries, installed solar panels, but still, like only, let's say, wealthy people did that. And as for others, like of course everybody has power banks, everybody has some cheap batteries from the car, these inverters from China. So yeah, I have already maybe like 4 power banks. They are not like they didn't have big capacity. It's like 10,000 milliampere hours, 20,000 milliampere hours. and I have two with 50,000 ampere hours. So basically I use this lamp, which is lighting right now, and it consumes, I don't know, like 1% of the power bank, maybe like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So it's really like consumes a bit. So Steve Anderson, hi Paul, and take care of your family. Yeah, so let me use this plugin and show your comments. So did your family harvest that huge garden? Dina is asking. Yeah, my mom and my dad, they have harvested. Yeah, they have done everything. And my mom, she's selling her grocery, her veggies, like garlic, uh, because basically she has sold everything. Like she had like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. Now she has like some garlic and probably it was beet, right? Like buryak, beets, beetroot. I forgot that word. I heard that Zelensky plans to mobilize men from 18. Now it's 25 and up. True or not? Jen Jorgensen. It's not Zelensky who wants. It's like we have this. It's not like orders, but it's coming from US. Some person in US want us to decrease mobilization age and mobilize like 18 years old guys. So due to our news, so this request is coming from United States, and recently, maybe yesterday, Zelensky had press conference and he answered that, like, you want us. He answered, you want me to decrease to 18 hours and send 19, 18 years old guys to the front lines without the weapon. He also said that we have 10 brigades that do not have ammunition. So it's not coming from Ukraine, all these requests. How's everyone at your in-laws' house? It's like okay, but again, as for the mood, of course, like our people, they are tired. And I cannot say that, like, I just can say that thankfully everyone is alive, and probably it's like the most important right now. So as for some updates, like for my personal life or my family, there is nothing new really. Does your mom need anything? Either something to send her to keep her toasty cozy? Deb, just like yeah, send us some hopes of peace. Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Janrai, you always ask me such interesting questions about my personal information. So, yeah, I have no siblings. Yeah, I have no siblings like you, Steve, have. Steve is my moderator. He's here, like Super Steve. Recently, he was showing. He sent me the photo of his family, and he has so many siblings. Yeah, and unfortunately, I do not have siblings, but I have a lot of like cousins and nephews. Yeah, like because my mom and my dad, they have 4 and 5 siblings. So like I have a lot of brothers and sisters and cousins. Peter Fitz, I don't think it's Zelensky willing to do that, but the partners from abroad. Yeah, Peter, you're right. It's like everything came from our partners, and yeah, I can say that our people, like Ukrainians, they do not treat these requests good, really. Mm. Hi, Super Steve from Felix. Have an eye on Motorhead, please. Yeah, I remember. I remember Motorhead. I'm watching just as long as there is no personal text or profanity. He's okay to speak his mind. Yeah, Steve, that's good. That's right. Rusty, Neil, hello, Paul. It's good to see you. Hello, Rusty. It's good to see you here too. Yeah, I remember all of you guys. I remember all your nicknames from my live streams because usually, yeah, I don't know why. Like, I mean, on the videos, usually you have like starting from 20,000, like 50,000 views, but live streams, like, usually it's like 150 people, 200 people, not so many, and that's why I remember your nicknames so good. Oh, Motorhead is here. Steve already deleted his message. Yeah. um, may God be with Ukraine, and I hope my daughter doesn't have to go out in the front again. That's fine, Super Steve. Uh, yeah, Jorgensen, way before war, it was pretty normal to have blackouts every day for 2 or 4 hours outside big cities, due to very bad condition of the infrastructure not being maintained since break of USSR. Yeah, maybe it was before it was like normal to live like without electricity, just with the candle. Yeah, but nowadays, like we used to have electricity, we used to have all this like pleasures, all this uh, things like internet, like some TV, like YouTube. Yeah, but before, back then, like people, they have candles and they have each other. I mean, that's why probably families had so many people and like so many kids back in 80s or 90s or 70s. But nowadays it's also like, I don't know. I mean, we really used to have these blackouts, and of course, like, it's not okay because it's something that shouldn't be in 2024. But yeah, human life is not available again and again. May God keep everyone happy. How is Luba and you doing these difficult times? John Dirks, yeah, probably answered. I mean, mm, stay resilience. Yeah, like having some hopes, some faith to the bright future. So, how do you feel about Zelensky ending the war by giving Russia to the Ukrainian territory that are occupying? Stock 138. People treat that differently. It depends. Who are you? Where you live? Are you man or woman? Like, are you like obligated to be conscripted or not? So, everybody treats it differently. Like uh, recent polls shows that it was about like 62% of people who would like to have negotiations. And yeah, of course, like negotiations, it doesn't mean like giving up the territory. People want negotiations, and on that negotiations will have to find this like dots of like these connections, like to know what we can do, what they can do. Of course, like compromises, like negotiations means compromises, but yeah, like giving up the territory is really complicated question, and that's why I don't know. Like Zelensky said that he cannot like decide that by himself, and yeah, on my previous lives I always was talking that probably the only good way, the only good decision is like to have some like it's named like referendum, like so people can vote like are they agree or disagree with that. But of course, like I do realize that there are like two ways that compromises, or what the war will continue, and like the war continues doesn't mean like that it's gonna be better, because like over the last few years I cannot say that we have like better position. So I don't know. Like, so I just cannot answer on behalf of everyone. That's why. How do I feel? I feel that people are more important than the land, because like if there are no people, who will live on that land? Yeah. Chicago sends love to you, Paulo. Thanks, Rusty Nail. Wish good health for you guys in Ukraine from Michigan, United States. Sends Christian Cafega. Frank Holmes, hi Paulo. Was watching some of your videos since the episode about your parents' house with all the preserved tomatoes and fruit. Thanks, Frank. If Ukraine is to give up any territory to Russia, it should only be the land they destroyed, so they have to rebuild it. Yeah, Max, actually, like all the territory near to the front line or next to the front line is damaged a lot, and especially all those cities like Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Gorodovka. Yeah, how do they look like? NATO countries should have given Ukraine more support like they did to USA once they invaded Afghanistan. Hundreds of NATO troops died supporting USA and costing NATO countries 380 billion. I'm glad, as well as I'm surprised, that there is still internet and cell phone work. Felix, as for the internet and cell phone, so as for the home internet, it doesn't require any electricity. So we have this line which basically provides internet 24/7 and even without the electricity. As for the cell phone providers and cell phone internet, all these providers, they were not like forced that, but they've been asked to equip all the satellites, these mobile towers, with the batteries, so people can get internet, because really nowadays it's just impossible, like to survive in Ukraine without the internet, because yeah, where do you live? Does electricity go out and where you live? Does electricity go out on daily basis? Ukraine, dude. Yeah, it's on daily basis, but it's not like 24/7. It's like usually it's like 2, 3, 4 hours. When we do not have electricity, then few hours we have, or 4 hours, and then we again do not have. Slava Ukraini, Героям Slava, Ricardo Highlander. Rustin, I'm very glad Jack is part of your channel, brings a smile to very sad times at the moment. Yeah, he's a really funny guy. I've been watching videos since the beginning when you started a new channel. Thanks, Chandrai. Zelensky never said he would give territory to Russia. He said Ukraine could work to get the territory back by diplomatic means. Yeah, so all these, let's say, agreements, they most likely will not have like our like agree that we accept that this territory is not Ukrainian. So this territory is Ukrainian, and regarding to what the president said, like we'll be trying to get those territories back due through diplomacy. And of course, like in my view, it should be like that, because guys, you know all of that, like. So Paulo, how tall are you? In my measurements, it's like close to 180 meters. It's like 1 meter 80 centimeters. Hey Paulo, hello my friend. Blin, last time I asked your name and I forgot your name. Stupid thing, because yeah, it's a bit hard for me to say stupid things. So your name, I remember that your name was easier to pronounce. Do you and Luba have jobs that are reliable over the last couple of hours, or do you have us find small jobs to pay your bills? Calvin Bess. It's not like they are reliable, but they are through internet. So yeah, it's good they are through internet. And basically, yes, they are stable, but again, it's you just have no like mood motivation to do something like or to work. So what does it require to visit Ukraine? Так, працює чи ні? Yeah. So it's Ebenzen Godson. It required to buy the ticket to Poland or to Moldova or to any other neighboring European country and just cross the border and come to Ukraine. And of course, depends on from where you. Like if you from US or European country, do not you don't have to have any visa. So yeah, basically that's all you need. Just ticket. Так, what happened? Luke Ronan, hi Pablo, sorry I'm late. How are you, man? You look tired. Yeah, I'm a bit tired because it's already 11:30, so it's close to midnight and it's time to sleep very soon. And of course, like every time I have this lamp in front of my face, in front of my eyes, so it a bit hit me with the light. But yeah, I'm okay. Staying alive. Hey, good evening, Pablo. Greetings from Sweden. Katerina, you are so right. People are far more important than territory. Yeah, but like being an ordinary person, I do realize that, and of course, like most of people realize that. But when you are the person who is responsible for the whole country, and when you have the people who have different, let's say, thoughts, different outlook, different opinion on this matter, of course, like you cannot satisfy everyone, so you should be somewhere in the middle, like to satisfy one group of society and to find some ways to satisfy another group of society, but still it's so different. And of course, guys, like you know it better than me that like every war is like huge money, and unfortunately it's like the huge business. And yeah, there are still a lot of people who benefit from the war, who are earning like crazy amount of funds on the war. That's why, like, of course, I'm just against anyone who is profiting on the war. And sometimes people like below my videos they say like, oh Paulo, you're filming the videos like you're profiting from the war, but how like yeah, being honest, like before the war went, Ukraine was not so, let's say, popular in the world, so well known in the world. Like I had many more views on the channel, and I was filming about some, let's say, good events, about some positive life. Yeah, but nowadays, like all this huge media, they just retake the attention, retake all views, and yeah, all of them are showing like military stuff, but nobody, like just small part of these channels, this media show people, show ordinary people, show usual life, sh- like show some like people struggle, or like usually nobody cares like what's going on with people, what's going on with the society. Like everybody cares about politics, politics, politics. So Dr. Dean Ramster, hello there, my friends. Do you think election will happen in Ukraine anytime soon? Ukraine, dude. We have so many. I don't know if that's rumors or not, but some people say that the May next year we probably have the election. But you know that during the war we have martial law. when like it's not impossible to have elections, and if we'll sign any agreement, like it means that martial law like doesn't work anymore, and then it means that we're gonna have elections. And as far as I know, due to Ukrainian not rules, like policy laws, Ukrainian laws, we should announce about the elections like 90 days before, so 3 months before. So again, everything depends on really what will happen in January when Donald Trump takes the seat, because he promised, and he was talking about that he's able to stop or end the war during 24 hours, even before the inauguration. And one topic I wanted to discuss is his special peace convoy. So he appointed what's the name of that guy? Kate Kellogg, right? Kate Kellogg, Keith Kellogg, Kit Kellogg. So it's like ex-military. Oh damn, he's 80 years. 80 years. CNN reveals peace plan of Trump's special envoy for Ukraine. I was reading about that, and of course, I'm really wondering, what do you personally think about this guy and about his like possibilities to do something? May your country become prosperous. And thanks a lot, John Ray. Thanks a lot. More, my friend, more. Yeah, so now I will remember, because more, it's like the cartoon character from Simpson. Do you remember the Tavern of Mo? Like this bar. What do you think of Trump? Mass Fitter. I have different thoughts. Basically, the more war continues, the more I do not like politicians, the more I do not trust any politicians. And it's like being honest, because you just see that like you cannot trust anyone. And like even in case of Ukraine, I do realize that above all we have to, like, the only one who will care about Ukraine, it's only we, like Ukrainians and Ukraine. So, but as for Trump, generally, like, I cannot say like something bad. I mean, I know that many people from United States like doesn't like him, like the half of the country doesn't like him, because you guys, you voted like 50% for Trump, 50 for Harris. And I do realize that like some people do not support, do not believe, and do not like him. But of course, like, I have some hopes that he is able to like to find some ways to stop the war. Because for me as a Ukrainian, for a person who is in Ukraine, like the war is like probably it's like the most important. And I'd like to, and I'm not like I want this war to be over, because just like it's like the outcome. So like so many people left, so many people died, so many cities destroyed, and like the more war continues, the more people is suffering. You see, Mr. Mo, for example, doesn't like Trump. Ukraine will win this war, Eric. Are the electricity outages any worse than a few weeks ago? No, they are the same. Selman Rob, Trump #1, Stas, yo, Magades 2025. Do trains travel from Ukraine to other countries? We have trains from Kyiv to Warsaw, Poland, and recently they announced the train from Lviv to Moldova, to Chisinau. So yeah, as for trains, basically everything is okay. Like trains, we have trains, of course. Yeah, not nothing. We have sometimes we have issues with train. We have some delays for 1 hour, 2 hours when we have some, like let's say, massive attacks on an energy infrastructure. But basically, like as for trains, it's okay. And recently we had so many, let's say, talks about opening the sky, that renew flights from Ukraine, that maybe it will be possible to do that in the western part of Ukraine, from Uzhhorod, from Lviv, because these cities, they are like very far from the front lines, and it's like the most, let's say, safest area. Mm, but recently, the Prime Minister of Ukraine, he said that we, like, it's still not possible, and of course, like being a sane person, I do realize that it's not possible when there are missiles and drones. But why did we have so many discussions regarding the planes in Ukraine? I don't know. And he said that we have to concentrate like the road and train development in Ukraine. So yeah, but of course I do believe that maybe next year, like everything will stop and we'll have planes again, because like it just I have this app on my cell phone, Flight Radar. I don't maybe you guys know it, like where you can see the whole world and all the planes. Let me check it to you. And yeah, I'm, let's say, not like the plane fan, but yeah, of course I'd like to. Oh, you see, even sometimes we have even these glitches. So it shows that there is the plane above the Ukraine, you see, near to Odessa, but it just glitch because we have no planes above the Ukraine. But yeah, I was talking that it's so sad to see that Ukraine is probably the only country where no planes, and of course I miss planes. And yeah, let me focus myself. Greetings from San Diego, California, sending best wishes for Ukrainian democracy. Thanks, Henry. Hey man, hello Red Ensign. So Tango Alpha Charlie, oh my friend, you have this nickname from, like let's say, Air Alphabet, Alpha Bravo Charlie. I started focusing on Ukraine in 2014 due to Crimea. I found your videos shortly after you started making them. You provide interesting, relevant information. You're a very good ambassador for Ukraine. Thanks a lot, Tango Alpha Charlie. I see that you are also the fan of aviation, right? Hello, Carol. We have a massive problem when Elon Musk has bought his way into US politics, and rumors he's doing the same in the UK, donating 100 million to far-right party in the UK. I know nothing about that, but yeah, again, being far from United States, from your like politics, I don't know. Like there are so many people who do not like Elon Musk, but at the same time, like he's so smart. Like he has huge, let's say, it's not like one company, but empire. SpaceX, Tesla, this his new social network, yeah, X Twitter. Again, uh, he's the he has his capitalization was recently. I read this news, like $333 billion. It's like more than Ukrainian budget. And on there, did personally have no criminal record or convicted of a felon. I'll try to visit. I see. By the way, as for these papers, like there are no requirements to have these papers on the border, so yeah, nobody will ask that. But yeah, maybe they will see some records like after scanning your document, your passport. But it's just my thoughts. Okay, the countries of the world should make sincere efforts to restore peace in Kyiv as soon as possible. It's yeah, but I also noticed that, of course, like first of all the countries they are focused on themselves, on own issues, and that's okay. But yeah, at least like some political pressure, the sanctions, because as far as we see, all the sanctions that Russia has, they only make this country stronger. Because yeah, they find ways to avoid sanctions, to start their own production. Elon Trump were Democrat Party voters. Yeah, Cure 8. I was watching some documentary about Trump, and he said that he was the Democrat until some period, some year. If you live in one of those territories that are given up, you lose. I know you would give up the profit if the war would end. Uh, what do you mean? Like, what's the profit? Paula, how do you keep so calm? I've never seen you get angry or lose your temper. What's your secret? Kevin Grant, like, it's not like secret, but like my dad is saying, he's saying that if you cannot influence, cannot change the situation, like you should not be, let's say, not angry, but like depressed or blaming yourself, like, and of course I'm angry inside myself, I'm angry in my thoughts, but yeah, like what's the sense of these emotions, of this? It won't give me anything, like so yeah. And on YouTube, of course, like the the people who are watching me, I don't know, like if that will be okay, if I'll be angry, because like why I should be angry on what? On you guys, like, because you guys are not, like the percent of Russians on my channel, it's like less than 1%. It's like maybe 0.2. So it's like, which part from the whole audience, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm trying to be calm because it's still living in Ukraine, and I was talking to my friend who is abroad, who is not Ukrainian, but yeah, from time to time we record some audio messages to each other, and he's asking like, how's your health, like, is everything okay? And of course, like, you feel some change over the last years because of this situation, because like your nerve system, your brain, I know, like your body your body is really feel this environment. And yeah, I already told that our generation definitely will live less than next generation or previous generation, because of the war, because of this environment, because of these emotions, like when you always overstressed, like for so many years. So hello Dave, good evening. Good evening, Dave. War, Mets, yeah. Are you getting snow? It was a bit like just some you know some small pieces. How do you call this? Like, not pillows of snow, but just small parts of snow. But it's no, it's there are no snow on the street. I hope this is okay to ask, but how are your parents and all their relatives coping with the war? It must be very hard for them, or do they get used to it? No one should ever have the war. Yeah, look, Ronan, so as I answered before, like, when you cannot influence that, you cannot change that, so people, like, they used to all the things that are happening. But of course, like, it's not okay to get used to the war, like to missiles, to these explosions, to this grief and tragedy like every day. But yeah, I just it's it's so wide question and there are just no answers. My dad, he's also like, he's always positive, like no matter what, and it's his maybe like the best quality, and maybe that's why, like I have his genetic. Hi Paul, hello Roy, hope your family are keeping well. Ukraine has a PR problem and too many people are confused about what is happening. I think all the bloggers from UA need to collaborate and create a video series explaining it. Misael, yeah, maybe it's true. I also was thinking about this. Uh, I was wondering that, like it's so strange that like we've never had any, let's say, meetups. I mean, right in the beginning of the war, it probably had to organize some meetup of Ukrainian bloggers who have like, let's say, English speaking audience, like Western audience, to like to work together, to create some videos together. But usually like all the people whom I was watching before creating my channel, they are abroad right now. And usually like mostly there are only girls. So like as for men, there are not so many, like let's say, men who are filming from Ukraine, who are like showing Ukraine in English. But yeah, I agree with you that we have this problem. I'm curious about the cooking area in Luba's last video. Was it built for a specific reason? I assume there is a kitchen in the house. It's like, in the past, people have a summer kitchen with this stove where they cooked, yeah, during the summertime, like when there are no gas, when there are no electricity. So we have this building. Elections would be difficult when so many occupied oblasts cannot vote in it. It's true, yeah, it's true. And it's not just, it's not only about the regions which are occupied, but about the people who are abroad, and like close to 10 million people are abroad. Sorry. Trump is right that he will call for a ceasefire in January. We'll see. Paula, my Lord, Jesus be with you and keep you and loved ones. Your Seventh-day Adventists are praying for you, and so many missionaries are trying to give practical help. Blessings, thanks, James. I noticed that so many people from United States are really religious. Like in Ukraine, there are really. I just can say that I've never met somebody who is real religious, like within my entire life. So usually, we have people who, like who visit churches, like some temples, who visit some these services during some celebrations. But usually, we do not have like so many religious people. But yeah, on my YouTube channel, I met you guys really often. Paul is simply Ukrainian. They are pretty reasonable people there. Yeah. Jay Harvey, hi Dave, Ukraine volunteer. How are you all? Thinking of you all in Ukraine. Thanks, Ukraine volunteer. Like, seems okay, but yeah, nothing is okay. Paula, you are 100% right about these politicians. These people don't serve their people, they are serving the big corporations, and as long as these are benefiting, this war won't stop. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, it's, yeah, maybe like, it's not 100% true, but maybe it's 100% true, because of course, like, yeah, being a sane person, I do realize that, but unfortunately, yeah, what we can do. Do you think majority of Ukrainians will come back to Ukraine after the war? No, maybe. Like, it will be really good if the half of the people will return back. But, you know, so many people already settled abroad. Kids are studying at schools, like new languages, some good work with higher salaries, with better quality of the life, without new wars, without any threats from the neighbors, like from Russia, without any possible like new invasions. So of course, like I personally know so many people who are abroad and who really have no desire to return back. Like they are looking forward to return back for the holidays, like for a few weeks, but not to leave. So yeah, it will be really cool if the half of the people will come back. Aren't you scared of being nuked? No, I do not believe that. I do not believe that it's possible because like it's like it's just the final step, the last step. I mean, the last like just wiping out everything and yeah, and the consequences to Russia will be probably the same. But of course, I was watching some interviews from Ukraine where people were asking like, do you believe that Russia can attack using nukes? And they said no, like the Western countries will not allow that. Like the United States will, will reply. But again, like nobody knows how these countries react. Really, like we have the war for almost 3 years, and basically like nobody concerned. I mean, the politicians and the governments, like of course everybody concerned on the wars, but yes, for some serious actions, like yes, trains are running in and out of Ukraine, but they are hard to get on because they're always fully booked up. Yeah, Dave, he is right. Like if you wanna, let's say, book the ticket, you have to do that maybe like months before the trip. For these trains which go abroad, like Poland or Moldova, you can buy the ticket only like the sale starts like 3 weeks before or 2 weeks before, and after an hour, like within the hour, all the tickets they are sold out. Let me go back. How are your parents? Do they have everything they need for the winter? Thought be, yeah, they are okay. Basically, yeah. What what do we need for the winter? Like, mm, uh, we need like yeah. Of course, it will be great if we will not have any new attacks on our energy infrastructure and we'll have like electricity. But yeah, like we used to live without electricity, without water, so I don't know what can happen. Look, Ron, thanks a lot for your compliment. Thanks a lot. Yeah, would love to meet Paulo for coffee beer when it's over. Yeah, welcome to Ukraine. I already met maybe 5, 6 subscribers from my channel. Usually, usually I met everybody who wrote and let's say warn about their trips that they will be in Kyiv like for a week or for a few days, and usually yeah, it was also during summertime because during summertime we in Kyiv more often than during winter time. So it was really great to see you and to meet you guys. He got used to it in the beginning of the war. He had some live streams when he showed his feelings. Yeah, Felix, you are right. I remember. I remember in the beginning of the war, like it really was, like when you just talk about the war, like about some attacks. I had even some, tears. Nowadays, like it's yeah, it's so I cannot say that it's so common, but I just used to keep these emotions inside me, to not show them. Yeah, because like 3 years, you are right. Like you can use to basically everything within 3 years. When I heard that Trump said about giving up some of the land that Russia already has in control, I got really sick. If this really happens, this will hurt his presidency like nothing ever has. Semi-manual. Yeah. Uh, as for some eastern parts, like we basically have no control of the halves of those regions, like Donetsk, Luhansk, starting from 2014. So before the invasion, these territories, they were occupied for 8 years already, and we have no influence on that part of Ukraine. Felix and James. Elon Musk used to be one of my idols, and yeah, so you see, Carol also likes Elon Musk. In your view, in Ukraine, are there any crisis investment opportunities? Nowadays, I don't know. Nowadays, it's so unpredictable what will happen next. Like you can invest now and you can benefit, like if we'll have some agreement, or like you can lose everything. For example, if Russia will launch nukes. So, like, don't listen to him. To whom? He stopped being a Democrat when he learned religious groups are easily manipulated. Maybe, Tanya, maybe. Well, at least in Europe, doesn't will stand back like we in Sweden. We will send aid and some of the best weapons systems. Thanks a lot for that. I see some another super chat from Leo DK. £1. Thanks a lot from Leo. I'm glad you are safe. Thanks, Danny. I was prepared to buy a Tesla Model Y produced in my native country, but now I want since Elon changed his mind by supporting Putin. I also like Model Y, Model 3, Model S. Basically, I like all of these cars because they, like EV cars, it's like something really interesting, something new, something very technologies, technology. Okay, yeah, you got my thought. And yeah, in Ukraine we have many Tesla cars. Fuck Musk, fuck Putin. Stas from Russia. Stas, I also do remember you, that you are from Russia, and I've seen you on my channel for maybe already 5 times during the life. Where are you from exactly? From which city? Do you support Putin? What do you think of Putin? Yeah, share our thoughts. Nobody will tell that to anybody because yeah, it's so private here. Russian economy is totally collapsing. Tanya, yeah, I know that the currency rate of ruble is dropping down, and everybody is saying about the Russian economy, but yeah, nobody is saying about Ukrainian economy. If somebody think that our economy is not suffering and struggling, like our economy is also quite bad nowadays. And yeah, starting from today, we have this historical tax increase. So it's like the first time when taxes were increased. And even though before the war, we had so many promised, we have so many promises from the government that nobody will increase utility bills, electricity, taxes. But yeah, like prices are really crazy here, and tax increase means that starting from today we'll have new prices in the stores for the services, for delivery, for everything basically. Felix, you have a loving heart. May you find your faith journey and enjoy your pure honesty. May you discover the peace, hope Jesus can offer. Keep going strong through the struggle. Felix. It's this message was to you. Less. But Pablo's dad is always smiling, happy in the videos. Yeah, he's basically, he's been acting like this. I mean, like a really joyful person, like all his life, and I never seen him sad. Really, no. I've seen him sad few times, but it was sad just like some moments of sadness. But usually he's always smiling, he's happy, but still, like even though that he like looks happy, I I do understand that he's also like have some sad thoughts in his mind, but he just does not show that. I don't like Musk, but is he really support Putin, or is he just trying to understand and make contact for discussions? Who knows? Paulo Corofel, warm late autumn 2024. Greetings, hugs, love from Los Angeles, California, USA. May the blessings of heaven be upon you, Luba, Jack, and your precious people. Thanks a lot, Jet August. Working good, the new water well? Yeah, it's pretty good. Rusty, have you seen the video? You that is very positive. You don't get that from him. Yeah, probably. Kyiv Dependent is running a great YouTube series called Dare to Ukraine, well worth watching to find out about the country and the people. Yeah, I've seen some series from some Ukrainian cities. Paul, we call them snow flurries. Flurries. Okay, snow flurries. Thanks, James. I think you're right. Trusting a politician just means you keep a close eye on your wallet. Paul, I hope the Russians get totally crushed. In the meantime, think positive and marry Luba. Alright, Pete. Thanks. You have a better chance to get a bus. It's cheaper. It's home. What's up, man? Hello, Sasha. What's up, my friend? Yeah, basically everything is the same, like nothing new. Do you think that Ukraine should have mandatory military service for training, but are at the same time only voluntarily contracts for military operations? Basically, I think that every military, especially when there are, let's say, war in the countries, it should be either mandatory for everyone, either only like contractors, people who really well prepared, people who have high salary, people who have motivation to be a military, people who have willing to fight, who have this like desire to do that. Because nowadays, guys, yeah, that in our military we have some mixed people, and we have so many cases when people just let's say escaping from the bases, and there are so many, I don't know, like how in English you call that, when people ran away from the base, from the service. But yes, for the service and mandatory military service, it should be either for everyone, including like politicians, their kids, because it's so abnormal when politicians are running the country, are given the orders and send people to the front lines, and all their kids are abroad and live abroad. And of course, that's why some of our people like have no trust, uh, let's say, credibility to politicians. You're doing a fantastic job with your weekly live streams. I still remember your live stream from February 2022. Subscribers is 10 times higher today, I think. Not 10 times, but yeah, maybe like 3 or 2 times higher. Last year it was really, it's hard to get like new subscribers, new people, because like let's say the attention to the channel is lower because of all this huge media, all these huge empires. New to the channel, hello gamer girl 22. Thanks for being new to my channel. Golden Airbox, Sasha, Alan Freed, social media. What does it mean? Have you been contacted by the TCC? It's like our recruiters. Yeah, I have met them several times on the streets, on the checkpoints. Mina in Ukraine, no, Paulo, please get some sleep, my friend. Yeah, it's 12:07. Yeah, very soon, very soon. I'm really. It's just 1 hour, and yeah, it's okay. Is it okay to send money in PayPal by USD euro or is Ukrainian money better? Look, Ronan. Yeah, of course, like United States dollars, like USD or euro, is better than Ukrainian money. I mean, like our Ukrainian currency is also struggling and yeah, decreasing the rate. So nowadays it's like 42, and it's very sensitive to all the events. So of course, like again, people in Ukraine usually, all the people in Ukraine, they keep earnings and savings in dollars or euro, not in Ukrainian hryvnia, because when the war started, I had some savings in Ukrainian hryvnia, and like just in a day, like you lose 20% or 30% of money, and in 2 years it's like the half, because it was like 26 and now it's 42. So our people, they do not keep money in Ukrainian currency. We are talking about risk economy because that is now going down bad recently. It's not that we don't talk about Ukraine economy. It's like people saying, why don't we talk about Europe economy but only Russian economy? That doesn't make any sense because it's serving Rus propaganda and because topic is Russia now. Tax increase, which tax, sales tax, how much it's now? It depends on your like not position but your form of taxing. Like if you're a private entrepreneur, you pay additionally like military tax 5%, but we have several groups of private entrepreneurs, but again, like they add higher rate for military tax. For some big corporation it's like a few times higher or even 5 times higher. For banks the income tax like 50%. So it's better to watch on YouTube or to I have it here, so I can show it to you, so we can see it here. So the tax increase includes the following changes previously reported. The military tax on salaries of individuals will rise from 1.5 to 5%, so it's almost 3 times. Yeah, it's more than 3 times. The military tax on other income will rise from 1.5 to 5% starting from 1st January. A military tax of 10% of minimum wage, currently 800 hryvnia or roughly almost $20, will be introduced for sole traders in Group 1, 2, and 4. Military tax of income will be introduced for sale traders in Group 3. The corporate income tax for the banks will raise from 25% to 50, 2 times. The corporate income tax rate for non-banking financial institutions will raise from 18 to 25. So generally it's like historic tax rise because we've never had that before. Could we have some kind of Christmas baking with alive with Luba? Who knows? Maybe. The bus is cheaper, but it takes so long. It's all busy. Yeah, it's true. As for buses, it's really like on the border. You have to wait like for like starting from few hours like to 12 hours because of the lines of the cars. Claire Kelly, Heart from you. Running away from the military is called desertion in English. Yeah, I know, like deserters, desertion, and we have like, yeah, unfortunately thousands of such cases. If you can just Google that. AWOL is term used in states absent without leave. Yeah, probably AWOL. It's also like another meaning. Yeah, I don't think they should force people to go to the front. as when they just run away, it's no win for nobody. Yeah, of course I do. I agree with you, and like they are trying to change the way how they, let's say, treat people, how they treat like just people like me, because I also can be like conscripted anytime. And of course, like realizing that, of course, I'd like to have, let's say, some better treatment, better preparation, because nowadays, as far as I know, it's just 1 month. So I don't know, like if that okay, if not, and if the person is like forcing us and under the pressure to go to the front, like will it be for better? I do not think so. PayPal has no fees to send to Ukraine. Yeah, basically, not basically. Actually, PayPal does not have any fees, and it's been like that for, yeah, starting from the invasion, like almost 3 years, and there are no fees for Ukrainian users. Even better, keep savings in dollars in a money market fund. Sasha, what is money market fund in Ukraine? You mean some bank organization or what? Or some stocks? Ukrainians can hold their heads high. Yeah. Hawaii. How close the war is your village at the moment? It's like it depends. Like from the region, if we'll take some Kharkiv, it's maybe like 300 miles. If it's like eastern part, like Donetsk, Luhansk, or southern part, it's also like 350, 400 miles. Hello, Ahti True Blue. Who is on the Ukrainian money or dollar or whatever it is called? What do you mean, Kirker? Damn, those Texas hikes sound brutal. Yeah, they are brutal. No, desertion is switching side. Hi, Paulo from Durham and USA. Just got here watching at 125 speed. Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry your country's been forced to go through this. Hello, Barbara. Yeah, I'm at the apartment in the city. 125. Okay. Yeah. Am I so slow? Did you watch Guess video? Yeah, I do. I did. I hate to tell you about it, but your ear is not USA problem. I'm beyond sorry that you are going through this mess, but it is what it is. We have our own problems here in America, believe me. My man, fart nuggets. Fart nuggets. You have so an interesting nickname. I do realize that, and I do understand that, of course. And I'm not blaming anybody. And Ukrainian people, ordinary people, they are really thankful to all the aid, all the help that you provide, and all the support you gave to Ukrainian people in the United States and like all the countries, all the people. And I do realize that all the countries have own support, and Ukraine is somewhere far and like on the back. So Felix Carl, I see. Not a bank, but they are safe mutual funds that invest in short-term treasuries. Yields are about 5% per year right now. Sasha, as for our banks, so they offer deposits, and the interest rate annual is like 16%. And from it's like in national currency in hryvnia. But look, you can invest, you can make the deposit in hryvnia. For example, you do investment on 400,000 hryvnia. It's like $10,000, and you have profit within the year. 16% from $400. It's like 64,000 hryvnia, right? But in the beginning of the year, your 64,000 hryvnia is like $1,400. But in the beginning of the year, the currency rate can be like 40, but in the end of the year, it can be 45. So your interest rate is not 16, it's like maybe 9 or 10. And then you pay 25% of taxes, new taxes, and you basically have maybe how many? 5, 4%. So probably it's the same, but like you have the same as the inflation. It's your money. We have, but as for this, like you said, mutual funds, I don't know, like such mutual funds in Ukraine. We have George Washington and pictures of Lincoln on our money. I was just wondering, do you have historical people pictures on your dollars? Yeah, we have, Kirkir. We have, usually it's our poets and some, yeah, usually it's like poets, and there are not like some political figures. Usually they're poets like Taras Shevchenko, like Lesya Ukrainka, Ivan Franko, Yaroslav Mudry. Are Ukrainian citizens able to invest in American stocks and ETFs? Yeah, you maybe like through some brokers, through some American websites, maybe it's possible. And yeah, like if America has an obligation to help Ukraine, read the Budapest Memorandum. Fartnag is having a bad day. Paolo, forgive him. I'm from Chicago. He doesn't represent USA. Okay, Rusty. I believe you. Answer all comments, not just some of them. Steve Burton, I'm answering on the comments where they have some questions. Because, for example, Felix, he's writing to Carol. Mo, he is just also writing to Fart Nugget. Felix to Carol. Hello, I'm wondering if you are feeling more optimistic since your president comments this week about what deal he might possibly agree to. Aslan, yeah, of course. Being honest, of course, like you have some, let's say, hope, some beliefs that the war will be over. That is, guys, like for me, even not that the war will be over, but the stopping the fire. Like stopping the fire is also important, because when we will stop the fire and when it will be like followed from both sides, like starting from that point, there will be, let's say, good opportunity to talk and to find some ways to talk, to negotiate, to find some solution, and etc. So it's like my personal thoughts. Paul, I need to go to sleep. I will watch the rest tomorrow. Send you small PayPal because I think there is no fees. Thanks for the live stream. Thanks, Luke. Where are you from? Like you're not from US? That you're going to sleep? Maybe you also like from some European country. So yeah, have a good night. Without air raid sirens, because usually like during our nights, like we have like 2 siren or 3 sirens, and yeah, and they are just next to the building somewhere. I'm also watching Maxim Katz and Zolkin channel on a regular schedule. Carol, do you watch them in like English version or Maxim Katz and Zolkin, they are like Russian, in Russian language? He has the point. We need to pay for and fix our own problems. Zelensky is trying to pull the whole world into his war. Charles. Yeah, but like nobody knew how will, for example, like the president of your country, I mean, if it was not Ukraine or and not like NATO member, but some country which are not in any union, and of course, like all the leaders will probably act this way. But of course, like I do realize that it's not your problem and it's only our problem. Felix, Carol, do you know each other, guys? Moby, I don't think the US has an obligation to help, but I did think it's in our best interest. We can make a stand now or in the future. Much better to tap down Russian imperialism now. Yeah, you also guys have, let's say, some benefits and interest in that. Yeah, nobody, or nobody, and everyone knows that. If you can beat inflation on the money you're saving, it's win. Yeah, but what if there are no savings? What if there are just, just some small part and you are so, and again, all these banks, it's like there are no 100% guarantee. The state is providing some guarantee up to, maybe it's like 250,000, it's like $5,000 or $6,000. So they can some guarantee that in case if the bank is bankrupt, they will return these funds back to you. But usually, again, yeah, another investments nowadays is like military obligations. They have no tax and they provide like higher, not higher, but probably like the same rate, but there are no taxes. Ireland, look, I see, yeah. So it's also like 12:30 in Ireland. So yeah, have a good night, and yeah, it's Monday already in Ukraine. And yeah, again and again next week, Monday, and it's already winter. The first of, it's second of December. I don't know how you guys feel that. I mean, like for me and for Ukrainians, like this year flight so fast. Like it's like one long sad day. And when you if you ask me, Paulo, what will happen, like positive or good for you with for the last year, I don't know what I will answer. Who is Maxim Katz? Never heard of. He's like Russian blogger who is like opposition blogger, and he is filming about this like politics, about all the events. Maybe he has some English speaking channel, I don't know. Super chat from Stockholm. Thanks a lot. I wish you Merry Christmas from Sweden. Thank you so much. By the way, Christmas, yeah, in 22 days, 23 days, Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Stockholm as well. Yeah, maybe I'll see you on Christmas live stream, and we'll say it one more time to you. But yeah, it's like hard to believe that it's already New Year very soon. Carol, we wrote about butter price last time, but I want to know which. Cass provides English subtitles to the most of his daily videos. I see, Carol. It's our problem. We signed the Budapest Agreement. Already look up for Katz and Zolkin. Oh, Jay, you are here. Thanks a lot for joining. Thanks for the nice live. A good night from Sweden, and keep safe. Love you, Luban Jackson. Thanks a lot, Katerina, and good night to you. Peace, brothers. Hello, MD. Peace is coming. Jason Tipton is a RF troll. I don't know. Oh man, forget about Russian bloggers. Don't watch them, guys. I didn't watch Maxim Katz or Zolkin. He's Ukrainian blogger. He is, he's doing these interviews with POS, with prisoners of war. It's very nice, polite chat, Paulo. The interesting conversation. Thank you, Super, for moderating. Agree with you, Rastin. I also like it. We both live in Germany. I'm in Bavaria. Yeah, I do remember that you guys discussed the butter price last time. Oh no, I speak the truth, unfortunately. Jason, my friend, you can write like everything you want. Yeah. Some Russian bloggers that may be against Russian regime, so get so many donations. It's ridiculous. People should donate to Ukrainian armed force, not to Russian opposition. Yeah, but like initially, like first of all, like maybe like all the bloggers and people, they have these donations and some support because of their like personality, because like who are they, maybe it's not based on the country. And yeah, these people, they are also like against the regime, against the against the Putin, but so I don't know if it's ridiculous or not. How's the water well from your new well? Maybe someone, it's okay, it works, everything's okay. But yeah, I bought some small, I don't know how you call it, like some pressure reductor. So it decreased the pressure because it's a bit high to use it inside a house. Like, hello, Paul. In reality, in 21st, US, Great Britain, and Russia will sign a security mechanism with Russia in order to Ukraine to give up their nuclear weapon. I believe we are obligated to help. Tony Chance, yeah, I know that. And on, when I had my live stream last Sunday, it was, or Saturday, it was the anniversary when we gave up the nuclear weapon, and Russia, US, Great Britain signed the security agreements with Ukraine in order for our safety. But yet, Tony, it's been 3 years of full-scale war, so I don't know, like, where are those guarantees from all the countries who joined this agreement? I know Zolkin, he's a legend, therefore I wrote NRV, I was born in the Dutch border. Paulo, can you own guns where you are at? Yeah, you can have the license and you can have the gun. If you have the license, if you pass the, let's say, the license exam. Pressure regulator, we call it here in States, some is pressure reduction. Yeah, it's like in Ukraine it's pressure reduction, and in US it's pressure regulator. We watch Agent Nasty channel and Wassel in the Hay, our favorites. Yeah, I've seen Agent Nasty. I've seen some pictures and thumbnails, on the YouTube. I don't know if I watched some video, some specific video. Vessel in the Hay, I know that he has channel like in Russian and he has English channel. So yeah, they also film about ordinary life. The Carol stayed there. Maga, Moga, no dollar spent by citizens to do either, just our votes. Salty Silver, what do you mean? What do you mean? Так. So I was thinking to watch the video. I don't know if you guys know this channel. So I found this video today. It was published 1 day ago.
Trump has a plan for the Ukraine war, and it's a plan that may come with some surprising benefits, not only for Ukraine, but for the United States as well. Here we dive in.
So this is the video about Trump's Ukraine peace plan, and the channel is Military Show. So let's check the content on this channel. Yeah, so usually it's war content, and it's not only about Ukraine but about the whole world.
What we know so far about Trump's plans and what they'll mean for Ukraine, the US, and Russia. We start with a key question.
So let me remove this comment. Yeah, and if you don't mind, I will watch this video, and yeah, also we'll be finishing because it's too late. So Rusty Nail, good night, wishing you peace, Luba family, checking your animals, bye until next time. Until next time, sweet dreams to you, my friend.
Why is Donald Trump so intent on ending the Ukraine war quickly? On the surface, the answer may appear obvious. Ending the Ukraine war would help bring peace to Europe and allow the US to quell Russian President Vladimir Putin's expansionist desires. Hundreds of thousands of lives would be saved, not to mention billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine. That's the combined humanitarian and financial view of the peace plan, perhaps. But the real reasons Trump is so intent on peace run a little deeper. First, we need to consider that Trump has come to power in part because he appeals to a large US isolationist base. Foreign Affairs highlighted this in a September 2024 article in which it claimed that internationalists, both at home and abroad, worried about Trump becoming president again. They fear that Trump Trump will take steps to dismantle the liberal order that the United States and its allies have built and defended since World War II. Though melodramatic, the statement does hint at the possibility of Trump choosing to limit America's involvement in NATO, for example. After all, Trump has raised the possibility of leaving the Collective Defense Organization before. However, those claims were made more in response to America's NATO partners failing to pay their way, rather than any true desire to leave the group. As Trump said in March 2024, the US would 100% remain in NATO, as long as the group's other nations play fair. In other words, spend more of your gross domestic product, or GDP, on defense, just as the United States does. Many NATO members have responded by upping their spending. The BBC reports that NATO expects 23 of its 32 members to hit its recommended target of spending at least 2% of GDP on defense in 2024. That's a massive improvement over
So many talks, and where is the
2023,
message?
when just 11 of NATO's member nations hit the target. So it's clear that Trump's words have had an impact, helping the rest of Europe to see how deep the threat Russia is planned through. First, Kellogg and Flights believe that President Joe Biden's decision during the early stages of Putin's special military operation doomed Ukraine from the start. It specifically focuses on the Ukrainian counteroffensive launched in the fall of 2022, which failed to reclaim the territory Ukraine lost in the first few months of the invasion. Ukraine's counteroffensive ran out of steam by the fall of 2022 because the United States and its allies failed to provide the country with the weapons it needed to continue the fight to reclaim its territory, the paper claims. It also notes that America lacks any sort of defense treaty with Ukraine and has constantly placed limits on how Ukraine can use the weapons it provides. While the paper says Biden was correct in keeping American troops out of Ukraine, it criticizes the outgoing president for not doing enough to help during the war's early stages. As a result, Putin was able to bed his troops into Ukraine and create the meat grinder war we see today. The US, the paper argues, acted too little and too late, creating an unwinnable situation for Ukraine. It even suggests that President Biden was prepared to give up on the prospect of saving Ukraine, instead offering Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky safe passage out of Kyiv. Zelensky refused that offer. Ukraine kept on fighting. The point here is that the AFPI believes the US missed its chance to nip the war in the bud during its early stages. Now it's too late. Russia has welcomed over 10,000 North Korean soldiers into its country, which are now part of a 50,000 strong counteroffensive in Kursk. It's also amended its nuclear doctrine so that it can strike against any nation that attacks Russia on its own territory with the backing of a nuclear-armed nation, such as the United States. These types of escalations serve as a primary reason why Trump wants to introduce a peace plan. To the incoming president, the Ukraine war may be a hopeless cause for America's ally, because Putin has been allowed to escalate to a point where Ukraine can no longer fight him off. It may take several more years, but a Russian victory may appear inevitable in the Trump camp. Much better to arrange peace now than to do so when Ukraine is further weakened, may be Trump's logic. Speaking of North Korea, Russia's growing alliance with one of the world's biggest pariahs is another concern for Trump and his camp. As the AFPI points out, a prolonged war in Ukraine also risks deepening the alliance between Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, which has been strengthened by the conflict. The report isn't wrong. All three of those countries have developed stronger ties with Russia as a result of the Ukraine war, with North Korea being a particular winner. In June 2024, it signed a cooperative defense pact with Russia that guarantees each country will come to the other's aid if one is ever under attack. Russia has already put that pact to good use by transporting the previously mentioned 10,000 North Korean soldiers into Russia. And beyond that official pact, North Korea has also sent at least 8 million artillery shells to Russia to allow Putin to continue his constant bombardments of Ukrainian forces.
So where's the plan?
The 3,000
5 minutes, and there are no words about the plan.
to speculate on what his ideas may be. However, the prevailing theory is that Trump would look to create a peaceful settlement in which Russia, and potentially Ukraine, would keep what they've taken in the war so far, and then be separated by a demilitarized zone. It's somewhat similar to the concept to the zone that separates North and South Korea, with that zone also being patrolled by NATO soldiers.
Yeah, guys, by the way, as for this scenario, like Korean scenario, I've been watching like ex-Ukrainian politicians and ex-Ukrainian, who it was, it's like the minister of how do you call it, like force, not force, yeah, interior ministry, so ex-interior ministry, and he said that this scenario is probably one of the scenarios which is possible, these Korean scenarios. Because till this day, you know that there are no any agreement which was signed between North Korea and South Korea, and it's been already 70 years. I'm not very impressed by Trump, but I still hope he can provide some deal to end the war. It's, Felix, it's like same here. I cannot say that I'm impressed by Trump, but of course, he also like not have, but makes me to feel like, it's a bit positive. But again, we'll see it on January. Again, these Ukrainian experts, they are saying that we'll have some like scenarios even before Christmas or on Christmas. Personally, I hated both candidates. Zelensky didn't say no, their constitution did. Moby, what do you mean? Constitution says elections should be proceed regardless. Motorhead, where did you see that? They are possible when there are no martial law, but when there is martial law, they are not possible. Hello everyone from South Carolina, hope everyone is well. Hello Tom Charles. Is Elon Starlink appreciated or no longer used? Don McCulloch. Don. We have Starlink satellites, like we see them almost every week about the village, about the city. Starlink is used everywhere and much appreciated by Ukrainians. Yeah, John is right. Just entered here. I heard Zelensky support in Ukraine is at 16%. Dennis, I also seen this article. It was some news in our Telegram group. And yeah, there was like the question. But again, all these polls, everybody does not know whom was asked like on these polls. I mean, it's not about exactly this poll, this specific poll, but about all polls, because we have so many polls like are you agree to give up territory, do you want negotiations, like whom will you support, whom will you vote, and everybody in the comments are asking who are these people, like whom them asked. But as for your number, yeah, I also seen that, and maybe I'll be able to find it, because I do not remember that exactly, but it was on my cell phone because I was watching it. So it was the Times. Okay, let's try to see the Times Zelensky. How Zelensky's popularity has sunk after nearly 3 years of war. He may have rallied Ukraine against Russia, but war awareness and army corruption rose have hurt his image, and most voters would prefer he not seek a second term. So it's paid version. There are no other words. Yeah, but it says that only 16% of Ukrainians are ready to vote for him on the elections. Do I believe it's true? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a bit more, but yeah, it's not like it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Steve, yes, my room is black today, unfortunately. I thought that I have to change the color. I have to be more usual, more common, more simple. Yeah, not common. Everything is okay. Article 19 of Ukraine's martial law legislation specifically forbids conducting national elections. Yeah. Read it yourself. Read it yourself, Moby. Read it yourself. Russia breached several thousand satellites downlinks on the first day of the war, complained to a website about not giving free service anywhere. Putin said it, so it must be true. You mean about the elections? Yeah. So if he said, yeah, it has to be true, and everybody believes him. Is it a body band on your fingers? If so, what happened? No. It's just some. I don't know. Like I found it on my table. Probably it's from the pen. I just have it here. I had my finger busted open by football and had to do that. No, it's just some random resinka, like some random. How do you call it? Bummer. Rubber, not bummer, rubber. CZ, we're with you and your victory and beyond. Thanks a lot, my friend. Whew. Okay, I'm really a bit tired. It's already 2 hours, 1 hour 41 minutes, and it's 44 minutes after 12. I have 146 people, and Steve is here. Steve, how are you? Tell us something. How is your dogs doing? How are your dogs doing? Whew. We call it rubber band. Yeah, rubber band. This word rubber is new to me. Rubber. Whew. Whew. Guys, it's good. Why are Ukrainian people unhappy with Zelensky? Leslie, they are unhappy because of the war, not about some other reasons. SpaceX equipment, but why Russia once was leading rocket space technology? Just saying rubber means condom. Jay, I will know that. Thanks, rubber. I hope you have a good week, Paula. I hope I will have a good week. And yeah, as for the last week, I cannot say that it was like something good was. But yeah, but thanks for your thoughts. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. I have no idea what's that. Do the Ukrainians want to negotiate with Putin? Due to the recent polls, there were like 62% of people who want that. So yeah, the majority of people are really ready for talks. Alright guys, thanks a lot for this live. It's already night here and I'll be going to sleep. 1 hour 43 minutes. Yeah, that video is way long, and every time I want to watch some video, every time it's so long and so, let's say, without some information. Hello Paulo, did your mom get done with all vegetables? How many jars? A lot of jars, like maybe 40 or 50, who knows. Are you wearing pajamas? It's not pajamas, it's like my home suit. So I'm not sleeping in it, but I'm walking inside the apartment. Yeah, it's like some shirt. It looks like pyjama. Maybe it's like pyjama, but I usually do not wear any clothes when I sleep. Okay, Leslie, Rick, good night. Have a better week coming up. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, so thanks a lot to everybody. And thanks a lot for being with me on this live. Thanks a lot for sharing your time. Even though it's Sunday, it's your day off for many of you. And yes, thanks a lot for the super chats, for the support, for standing with Ukraine. I hope that really the next year will be better. Not only for Ukraine, but for all of us. Whew, yeah, it was a nice live stream. I agree with you, Carol. Alright guys, every time when it's time to say goodbye, every time I do it so long, trying to delay it, but yeah, I have to go. So yeah, take care everyone, have a good day or night, and yeah, have a good weekdays ahead. Stay safe, and yeah, bye bye to everyone.